Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's vlog, I will share to you the success story of the visa application of Ma'am Sheila. So I will give you a short background about her case. So Ma'am Sheila applied for a Schengen visa to visit her former host. So au pair po siya dati dito sa Europe at 2 beses na po na-denied yung kanyang visit visa application. And the reason of the refusal, nagda-doubt ang embassy na baka hindi na po umuwi ng Pilipinas si Ma'am Sheila, just like other visa applicant who got refused. Napaka-common po nito in every applicant. So yan po yung tutukan ninyo if you want to apply for a visit visa that you have strong ties in the Philippines. 2 times denied yung kanyang visa. The 2 applications, she did it by herself. One time, I got a message from Ma'am Sheila. Napanood niya yung mga video ko sa YouTube that I am assisting visa applicant. What we did together, napil namin yung kanyang second application. Napaka-importante that once you got refused, lagi nyo pong babasahin yung inyong refusal letter kasi naka-explain naman po dyan what are the reason kung bakit kayo refuse and what are the missing documents na hindi nyo naipasa and if you can appeal or reapply. Sa case ni Ma'am Sheila, she has the chance to appeal for the visa approval. So, yan po yung ginawa namin. And take note sa pag-a-appeal po, you need to write a letter. So, yung letter na ito, this is not just an ordinary letter. Later, ipapakita ko sa inyo kung paano namin ginawa yung documentation para ma-approve yung kanyang appeal. So, this is one mistake of some applicant when it comes to appeal. They just write an email or appeal letter stating why they want their visa approved. So, that is not how appeal or remonstration works. Ako yung nag-process ng appeal ni Ma'am Sheila, including the appeal letter and what are the documents na pwede naming i-attach together with the appeal letter. So, ano ba yung mga dapat namin pang ipakita sa embassy, especially yung ties niya sa Pilipinas. So, ginather po namin lahat yon. Take note, ang kailangan nyo lang i-submit for the appeal are those documents na hindi nyo pa na-submit sa embassy. So, it takes time din to gather this document. So, kailangan yung isipin, ay ano pa ba meron ako dito sa Pilipinas para magawa natin ng paraan, para magawa natin ng mga documents at para ma-submit natin sa Pilipinas. And sa Pilipinas po, most of the embassies are document-based. They are totally relying sa documents na pinapasa mo because sa Schengen visa, they don't conduct interview at all. So, more on document submission sila, tapos hindi na sila nagkakandak pa ng interview. So, you need to make sure that whatever argument you wrote in your letter or in your application, dapat laging may supporting documents. Si Ma'am Sheila, managing a business. And yung business na to ay hindi sa kanya nakapangalan. Nakapangalan sa ibang tao, but she is the one who is operating it. So, nirentahan niya yung business na yon. So, isa yan sa ginawa namin ng mga documents kung paano ba masasabi namin sa embassy that she's the one who is acting as an owner. So, pinagawa namin yan ng affidavit, pinagawa namin yan ng kontrata, and talagang pumirma naman yung totoong owner ng business. Aside from that, marami pa kaming ginather, no, na kahit anong documents, basta magpapatunay na may babalikan siya sa Pilipinas. Sa pagsulat ng appeal letter, so I need to make sure na napaka-strong ng aking argumentation. So, bakit siya babalik ng Pilipinas at hindi siya mag-overstay sa Norway? Or she will never ask for any fund sa government sa Norway. Kasi ang embassy laging sinasabi, ay baka hindi to bumalik ng Pilipinas at baka maging pasanin to ng government ng Norway. So, ginawan ko siya ng computation. How much she is earning in the Philippines from that business and how much money she can get in the government from Norway in case na siya po ay mag-overstay at maging pasanin ng gobyerno ng Norway. And based sa computation, she is earning a lot in the Philippines compare dito sa pinaglalaban ng embassy. So that is one of our argumentation kung bakit niya ipagpapalit yung kinikita niya sa Pilipinas than in Norway as an illegal immigrant. So, marami kaming naging argumentation doon. So, I cannot share everything to you kasi napakahaba nun. Appeal is not just one piece of letter. So, tingnan nyo kung gaano siya ka-professional. So, ganyan ko ginawa yung appeal ni Ma'am Sheila. And take note, lahat ng appeal na ginawa ko for Norway are approved. Yes po, wala pa akong appeal na ginawa for Norway na visa refuse ulit. So, I don't know kung anong magic yung ginagawa ko, pero lagi po siyang approve talaga. So, the appeal of Ma'am Sheila is contained of 49 pages like that. Biro nyo ha, this is just an appeal, pero inabot ng ganyang karaming pages. Kasi nga, meron kaming pinaglalaban. So there's a lot of visa applicant also who is sharing their stories to me about their appeal journey, but unfortunately still denied yung kanilang appeal. And sinishare nila yung mga documents na pinasa nila sa embassy, but they are too weak para paniwalaan ng embassy to give them a visa. Kapag nag-apply kayo ng visa and your visa application got denied, that is not the end of all. May binibigay na chance ang embassy sa'yo kung mag-a-appeal ka or better to reapply. Meaning, meron lang hinahanap ang embassy na documents na hindi mo naipasa or hindi mo na-explain ng maayos. And yun yung hinihintay ng embassy na ipakita mo sa kanila. Kaya nga, meron appeal. It doesn't mean na talagang denied ka na. It doesn't mean na wala ka ng chance na makapunta sa bansa na gusto mong puntahan. So, the embassy is just pending your application. Isa ka sa mga visa applicant na nakaranas ng visa refusal. That is not the end of your journey. So, huwag kayong iiyak kasi unlimited naman po ang pag-a-apply ng visa and gaano katagal yung appeal ni Ma'am Sheila. So, actually, inabot siya ng 2 months. So, after we send the documents, the appeal documents to the embassy, so pinasa lang namin siya through email, kinompile namin siya and sent to the email na binigay ng embassy, and we waited for 2 months until we got the result na approve nga po yung kanyang appeal. Happily, ito yung visa ni Ma'am Sheila and malapit na siyang pumunta ng Norway and she is very thankful. And thankful din ako kasi nagtiwala siya sa akin. Nung na-receive namin yung email ng embassy saying that approve yung visa, so ni-required si Ma'am Sheila na ipasa yung kanyang passport sa BFS together with the flight ticket. Yung flight ticket is the real one, the paid one, and the travel health insurance, yung kanyang insurance, ako din ang nag-book nito. And after that, na ipasa niya yung kanyang passport, after 1 week, na-receive niya na po yung kanyang passport with visa stamp on it. And I'm very happy kasi isa na naman pong visa applicant ang natulungan po ng HLB Visa Consultancy. Thank you for watching and sana isa kayo sa mga na-expired ng aking story. And if you need visa assistance, ito po yung aking email address and ito po yung aking Facebook page. You can message me here and dyan po natin pag-usapan about the visa assistance. Guys, thank you so much and see you in my next vlog.